I'm Jason Carter. Physical optimization defines my life. The day I was born, doctors nearly killed me with medical malpractice. They said I'd never walk. I've been proving them wrong for 35 years. It's easier than you think to obtain super optimal health. I've devoted my life to it, and with my help, you can too. I'm Jason Carter, and this is ENZYMENTAL. And welcome to ENZYMENTAL. I'm Jason Carter, and today I wanted to talk to you about one of my favorite herbs and one of the best herbs around for restoring and maintaining your immune system. And that, of course, is Astragalus. Astragalus has an unusual ability to stimulate certain immune functions while actually depressing others. It's an overall body tonic that's used to strengthen digestion, increase metabolic activity, and stimulate the immune system also. It is highly beneficial for anyone who experiences fatigue, low vitality, and frequently recurring infections. It's a potent antioxidant also and has been shown to protect lipids from oxidizing in tests of heart mitochondria with rats. Astragalus also has a bit of a diuretic effect and is most effective when it's used long-term on a daily basis. So there are some specific health conditions that really benefit from astragalus, and these would include conditions like angina, atherosclerosis, congestive heart failure, and even heart attack. Along these lines, astragalus increases how much blood the heart can pump, which is very limited in heart disease, in patients with chest pain. Astragalus strengthens the left side of the heart, which is the part that is usually sluggish in heart disease, and also slows heart rate in those whose hearts are beating too fast. In one study, astragalus helped patients who had just had a heart attack, and within 36 hours of the attack, the herb improved left-sided ventricular function. There also was reduced lipid peroxidation and increased superoxide dismutase activity on red blood cells, suggesting that astragalus worked as an antioxidant. And again, as I've told you before, superoxide dismutase is one of your body's natural restorative detoxification antioxidant enzymes. Astragalus balances the levels of salt and water in the body so the heart and kidneys function better. In one study, participants with congestive heart failure who had trouble mobilizing fluid benefited from taking astragalus, and in another study, combining astragalus with Angelica sinensis significantly lowered total cholesterol and low-density lipoprotein, or LDL cholesterol, which is again thought of as the bad form of cholesterol, as well as serum triglycerides. In patients with ischemic heart disease, which is a narrowing of blood vessels, astragalus improved chest pains, and when taken with the herbs Coptis and Scutellaria, astragalus makes the blood more fluid, which helps to prevent coronary arteries from becoming clogged by clots. And as you'll remember from an earlier video, Coptis is a rich source of berberine. Astragalus also protects heart tissues from damage after blood returns to them after a heart attack or bypass surgery. Chinese researchers have had good preliminary results using astragalus compounds, called astragalosides, in treating congestive heart failure. Patients treated by injection regain an average of approximately 20% of their heart function within 2 weeks of treatment. Other Chinese doctors have found that astragalus offers more effective relief than the drug Procardia for angina pain. More than 80% of angina patients improved on astragalus treatment without the dizziness, giddiness, heartburn, or headache that Procardia can often cause. Chinese studies have found that astragalus increases the activity of natural killer cells and also lymphokine-activated killer cells, which are both critical components of the immune system. Astragalus is even quite beneficial in combating the common cold and even shortens the duration of those who do get the cold. If you tend to get colds and flu often, astragalus can help you build up a natural resistance. It increases the body's production of interferon, which helps to protect against viruses invading the cells, and astragalus also helps the macrophages, which are immune cells which kill off viruses, to become faster and more efficient. Astragalus even strengthens the movement and muscle tone of the intestine to increase movement of food through the GI tract. Astragalus is typically found as capsules, liquid extracts, teas, and alcohol-based tinctures. Daily doses are anywhere from 2 to 6 grams, or 2,000 to 6,000 milligrams, of the dried root per day, and as a fluid extract of 4 to 12 milliliters. And so, in a practical sense, this is typically found as a powdered root capsule, which can be anywhere from 250 to 500 milligrams. There is one note of caution here about Astragalus, and that is that Astragalus is often incompatible with prescription medications, often prescribed after a heart attack. As much as 2% of Astragalus root is made up of coumarins, which are chemically similar to the prescription blood-thinning drug warfarin, which is also known as Coumadin. People who take warfarin should avoid Astragalus because of the potential for bleeding. A class of high blood pressure medications known as beta blockers may be less effective when taken with Astragalus also. Astragalus should be used with caution by anyone who is on immunosuppressive therapy, like people with autoimmune diseases and those who have received organ transplants. You should also stop taking it before surgery, as it may actually increase the risk of bleeding. Astragalus is a rich source of the mineral selenium, and if taken in large amounts, could be toxic and result in neurological damage and lead to paralysis. So for this reason, stick to the dosage that I mentioned earlier, that of 250 to 500 milligrams, 2 to 3 times per day. And that should be a safe dose for everyday use. Thanks for watching. I'm Jason Carter, and I'll see you next time on ENZYMENTAL. Stay healthy.